The two Doctor Who movies from the 60s, whilst loved, always sparks debate amongst fans. The first debate is it canon? This question in relation to this and any Who is pointless really. If you enjoy it, it can be whatever you want it to be. Personally, I love them both. And living in the UK and being born in the 70s, one or both of these movies were a regular bank holiday TV treat, as guaranteed to show on a bank holiday as much as rain. The second debate is where exactly does this movie and this incarnation of the Doctor sit within the wider Doctor Who universe? In these movies, Doctor Who, as is known, is suggested to be a human who made a time machine rather than a Time Lord who stole a time machine from his home planet Gallifrey. And it's this we'll be looking at today, with a crazy but equally amazing fan theory that's been around for a good number of years now and has gone through a number of evolutions. As with any fan theory, it's exactly that, it's just a theory. You don't have to subscribe to it in any way. If you don't like it, it's fine, just move on. But it is an interesting proposal that does seem to fit. And I've got to say, it's an incredibly fun one. We need to take it from the start. Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright were school teachers at Coal Hill School. When their curiosity got the better of them, they followed one of their students, Susan Foreman, back to her home. They were stunned to find that Susan actually seemed to live in a police box in the scrapyard of Iron Foreman on Totters Lane. After forcing their way into the time machine disguised as a police box, they joined the Doctor and Susan on their travels in time and space, becoming an inseparable team after somewhat of a frosty start. Ian and Barbara travelled with the Doctor for what we assume to be 2 years according to TV time, but this could have been much longer based on TARDIS time. They returned to Earth at the end of the story The Chase, and this by and large was their last appearance and major reference to them, bar some Easter egg references and Ian's amazing appearance in 2023, along with so many other great companions. Wasn't that amazing, by the way? So how does this tie into the two movies, you may be asking? Well, sit tight. The theory goes that after their return, Barbara and Ian returned to teaching after getting married. They were bonded not just by marriage, but the almost unbelievable shared experience they had had with the Doctor, and would often talk about their adventures to each other, very much in private as not to jeopardise their professional credibility and teaching careers. But they had so many stories they wanted to share about this mysterious man in a police box, battling evil across time and space, and how he saved Earth and the galaxy on more occasions than us humans would ever know. So they decided to write a book on their experiences with the Doctor, but being mindful not to compromise their integrity or appear insane, they had a fantastic idea: publish the tales as fiction. And that's exactly what they did. They told the fantastic story of their meetings with Marco Polo, their visit to 15th century Mexico where they met the Aztecs, the planet of insects, and of course, their battles with the deadly Daleks. All this was featured in their fictionalised book, which at the time was considered a genre-defining piece of science fiction, right up there with War of the Worlds. As was inevitable with any best-selling book, film rights were hotly pursued. Eventually these were purchased by Arrow Productions, with Ian and Barbara retaining uncredited creative control. A number of major stars were considered for the role of Doctor Who, but Ian and Barbara wanted horror star of the period Peter Cushing to play the Doctor. Having been a fan of the books, he snapped this role up. It was decided by director Gordon Fleming to make 3 movies based on these fantastically frightening aliens called the Daleks. And the story that Ian and Barbara had told of when they originally met them on their own planet with the mysterious Doctor Who, and the subsequent instalments would be based on their future invasion of Earth, and the series would end with the chase across time and space. As the theory goes, Barbara and Ian were present on the set at Chesterton Studios, overseeing the realisation of their fictional story. Crew on set did notice, however, that Ian and Barbara refused to get anywhere near the Dalek props, almost seeming scared of them. So in summary, the two Dalek movies exist in the Doctor Who universe as exactly that. Fictional movies feature an eccentric human who calls himself Doctor Who, facing off against the terrifying Daleks based on a fictional book written by Ian and Barbara Chesterton. It's crazy, it's out there, but it really is a fun theory. And the most amazing part? The Doctor, at some stage, likely whilst exiled on Earth, has probably found this movie being broadcast on a rainy bank holiday afternoon and sat back with a nice cup of tea to enjoy it.